Britain has decided to leave the EU. Now they have chosen fear over hope. It is a victory to all villains. Because I am 17, 1 year under the UK voting age of 18, I could not vote in this year's EU referendum. If I had voted, I would have voted Remain. However, the country as a whole, overall, decided to choose Leave. This is my reaction. Why? Literally. Why? I am literally a more cynical, jaded and spiteful person because of the EU referendum result. Do you even care about this country? This beautiful, magnificent, amazing country that I love. I love the United Kingdom. Love, love, love. And it's because of this love that I wanted to stay in the EU. That I wanted to stay in the EU because I love this country and I want to see it get better, and teamwork is a way to get better. You've seen how I can do alone and you've seen how I can do with a team of people. If you've seen the effects of wood, you know what I mean. And the EU is like a team or a club. And leaving it makes it worse. Instead of going forwards, we're going backwards. What the hell? I literally don't know what people were thinking. In the words of Sam Dimrich, why? God, why? Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid, stupid, stupid. What? Do you even care about Britain? Or Europe? Or anyone? Look, I saw something on Nigel Farage. People were congratulating him. Well, good for you. I hope the Leave campaign is happy. I hope you're happy that we have gone from probably something great. I mean, how long have we been? 1975, I think we joined. What is that? That's like 30. We've just only had 10, 20, 30, 40. 41 years or something this year. For God's sake, we couldn't even do half a century. And the fact we had to do this in the 80s, I think it was at least when Margaret Thatcher was either was probably Prime Minister or when she was an MP. It was either the 80s or 90s when Margaret Thatcher got involved. And we chose the right decision then. So how come in 2016, a better year, a better decade, where everyone should be smarter and cleverer, because we're doing better things than in the 80s and 90s. We should, at least I think we are. Well, I'm kind of questioning that now. But we're in a better time, and we choose the wrong decision. We chose to leave. Do you care? Do you care? I can't believe this country. I mean, well, the people who voted left, the ones who voted to Remain, I respect you. I totally, honestly, to God, respect your opinions and your decision. And you are great. But the Leaves, I can only respect you because because we have to. But I don't want to because I'm prone to anger tantrums, and this is pushing it. I mean, when I heard it this morning that we had left, I was like, ooh, inside, like, what the hell? To make matters worse, I couldn't even vote. I couldn't even vote to remain, as I mentioned in my opening monologue. Opening statement, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't vote because I'm still under 18. Fuck's sake. You should have lowered it to 16. For God's sake, at least for this one thing. Vote of a lifetime. You never get another chance again. They're aiming it at the younger people. Well, if younger people is 18 to 30 years old. Well, if young people means 18 to 30-year-olds, yeah, you got that. But if you mean under 18, fuck you, you didn't let us vote. And I've been more cynical, jaded, and scarred. Sorry, I've been more cynical, jaded, and spiteful because of the whole thing as a whole, and because we under 18s could not vote in the vote of a lifetime. But this is the final straw. This is the result we did not want. This is the result that ruins the country. The one thing we were hoping, I wouldn't be surprised if anyone prayed that this wouldn't happen. I would pray. If I knew I know we were at a very strong possibility of losing, but if I knew we were this close, I would have prayed to God, or someone who's listening, to let us remain. Leave is wrong. Because, well, look at the stock market. Look at poor David Cameron. He has had to resign. I just hope if we do have to elect a new Prime Minister, we elect him after May 21 next year. Because then I'll be able to vote, as will everyone born between the 24th of June 1998 and the 23rd of June 1999. Or whenever they're holding the vote. Anyone who was born between 98 and 99 who are not yet 18 can vote. Or at least unless they don't become 18 by then. Anyone who's been born between 1998 and 1999 who are not 18 now but will be 18 by the time of the next vote will be, or older if it takes longer, can vote. So yeah, I think it hurts us more because vote of the lifetime, they were aiming at younger people. Very strong feelings. I know some people who wanted to stay and some people who wanted to leave, and they were all under 18. All these people, I talked to some under 18s and I had quite a few opinions. Most of them wanted to remain. There were some leave, but most wanted to stay. So yeah, we under 18s have opinions too, you know. In fact, why not just 16? Why don't you just lower it to 12? You'll at least get more voters. 14 would be okay. 12 is probably the lowest I would suggest. At least just lower it to somewhere between 12 and 18. It's about time. I mean, 1969 was when you lowered it to 18 from 21. And about the late 20s, I think it was 27, that women at 21 got to vote, as opposed to women of 30 in 1918. And men have been always 21 until 69. So it's about time we decided to lower the vote to about 16, or better still, 12. And because we can't do much lower without having to get under 12s involved, or whatever you decide, then that's probably the lowest to go. I think 10 would probably be the lowest you could probably go, but I would suggest 12 would be the lowest. Unless they have really opinionated under 12s. But yeah, at least lower it to 16 within the next decade. I heard reports that, under 18s don't know about politics. That's not an excuse anymore. That is lazy, that is rude, that is offensive. One, there are under 18s that do know about politics, or learning about it. I'm not one of them, but I'm not counting. But I'm talking every teenager in the country. Talking about the whole country. Two, it's a lazy excuse that is proven to be wrong. As I just mentioned, there's teenagers learning about politics, women know about politics, and that was the excuse we were given when they were trying to get the vote. And free, it's just a terror. It's not a good, well, it's an awful statement anyway. I hate that statement. Just because someone doesn't know about politics, that doesn't mean they can't vote. I mean, look at the people out there. Quite a lot of the general public, they may not know about politics, but they still voted. At least the over 18s did. So don't use that excuse. And this is not just to the politicians. This is some of the teenagers as well, who, if they were given the option, if they thought, some said yes, we would like to vote at 16. Some said no, we don't know about politics. Okay, I respect you don't want to vote at 16, but don't use that. Please don't use that excuse. This was a few years back, by the way, so it's not relevant now. Apart from the fact that under 18s can vote in this referendum, or last year's election. I wouldn't have been 16 then, I would have been 15. But still, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to know. I mean, I would probably got angry that I was too underage. But here, this is worse, because this is the vote of a lifetime, whilst last year was just another election. This one was different. This one was a change in history, as opposed to electing another Prime Minister, or re-electing our current Prime Minister, who's now stepping down because of this election. So you better make sure the next one is after May 21. Okay? Make sure the next election is after May 21, 2017. Otherwise, things are going to get worse. And this is a bit selfish for me, but if anyone born between now and May 21, or whenever they're holding the date, and they are 18 by then, this is for you as well. Anyone born after May 21 and before election dates as well, as you can, this is also for you. But if the election date is before May 21, and anyone born afterwards will probably get very angry. Very, very angry. This fucking referendum. I think I've said my piece. Well, without getting too angry. So, yeah. Fucking referendum. Fucking referendum. Sorry I had to put you guys through this, guys and girls, and I'm sorry I had to be so opinionated. I do respect the country as a whole, but I don't really want to. The only reason I am is for the sake of Britain. You know, the guy who killed Joe Cox last week, I think it was last week, it might have been, he said Britain first. I don't know why he did that, but I'm going to use his words. Of course, it was a very bad thing to do. Very nasty, not very nice. What am I saying? That was horrible. What a bastard. But, yeah, because of Britain, my lovely country, my beautiful Britain, it's because of you that I am putting aside my opinions to respect your decision. This is a good use of Britain first, not that horrible atrocity. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. I think it was 2 weeks ago, actually. So unlike that atrocity, this is a better use of Britain first. I'm going to put my opinions to the side to let Britain go forward, even though I think we're going backwards. But this is the country's overall result, overall decision. So, Britain first. This is your opinion. This is your decision. I'm just sorry. It was not the one I would have chosen. But because I still love this country so much, so much, that I'm going to respect it, even if I don't have much of a choice. Alright, thanks guys. Sorry I was such a expressive person, but it had to be said. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you hopefully in a better video. See you guys next time. God! God! Because the vote... Sorry. Because I am because I am 17, under the voting... I am now a more cynical, jaded and spiteful person because of this EU referendum result. Who dares disturb me? I am literally a more spiteful, jaded and cynical... Sorry, that's the other way around. I am literally a more cynical, spiteful person because of this referendum is... fuck. Do you even care about this country? This magnificent, beautiful... Stop doing that! And the EU is like a team or a club. Stop doing that! When she was... We had a... I think it was 85, I'm not certain. But I think it was either the 80s or the 90s, we had another referendum. The first one was to get into the EU. The second one was, should we leave it? And that was either the 80s or 90s, and Margaret Thatcher got involved. Stop doing that. So how come in 2016, a better decade, a better year, 12, that would be a better idea, have high schoolers vote. You at least get more voters. Oh, shut up. At least lower it to one of these... Excuse me, there's a car. Stop it! It's a Tesco van. At least lower it to somewhere between 12 and 17. Just lower it. Sorry. Yeah, people keep interrupting me. This is why I don't have the window open much when I do these videos. God!